So I'm Annie, I'm the Senior Young Adult Carer Worker here at Northamptonshire Young Carers Service. It's an organisation that helps support young people who are looking after somebody, usually within their family but not always, and helping care for them. It can be anything, so somebody can be looking after a grandparent, a sibling, a parent. It can be somebody with a physical disability, or it could be with a mental health problem or an alcohol addiction. It can be a whole range of things, and it can affect them all in very different ways. Some of them might be coping well and just want a kind of listening ear now and again. Some of them might be having their own mental health problems as well, due to partly to their caring role.
So I look after my mother and two of my siblings, and I live with those three as well. I don't have anybody else there, so I'm the only able person to do things. So my mother, she can't get dressed like all the time, so I have to help her. She can't shower and all that, and her and my little sister are both in wheelchairs.
I live alone with my mum, who's got MS. My day-to-day life is trying to just help her out, make sure she's all right.
I was probably about year 7 when I went to secondary, like the first time I went to secondary, and they realised that obviously I was taking a lot of time out, and they knew that it was because I was looking after people, so they wanted me to go speak to a few people about it, and then they got Young Carers involved with me, and then I've been with them ever since.
Well, it started off because my brother was in Young Carers, and then it was just recommended that I might go Young Carers because I might have a little bit of fun and I might have a bit of fun on trips and might make some friends.
Only about 8 years, which is when my mum overdosed. She ended up going into hospital, having brain damage, came out with brain damage, and since then I've had to help to look after, making sure that she's awake at the right time, making sure she's doing some of the other things, looking after my sisters.
I work specifically with a 16 to 25 kind of age group. So some of the things we do wellbeing days, and we do uni days, because it can be very difficult for young people who don't have parents who can drive or can't take them to get to see different unis, so we do that kind of thing. We do social things, so we have meals out, and where we just get them together. It can be a whole range of things.
It's quite a nice break from just day-to-day life.
I know quite a few young carers. Obviously, I've met quite a few friends here, which is like one big thing specifically, because I find people my own age who knows what I'm talking about, and if I say something, they won't get really confused with me. They know what I'm saying, and it's quite understanding. And then it's like the only time I get to go anywhere. I don't go out otherwise.
Young Carers can help massively, and just having a talk and trying to find the right services for something that maybe you're feeling a little down. They can help you get to CAMHS, they can help you get to many different services because they know the information.
We often look at the kind of impact. That's something that we talk about quite regularly. Is their caring role, is it above and beyond what somebody of their age would be expected to do, and is it impacting on them?
Schools don't always have the funding or the time to do it, or the staff, they just don't have it. Young Carers, obviously, that's what they're specifically there for. They're specifically there to make sure you have some time for yourself and make sure you have someone to talk to, because they know what you're going through. They've heard, obviously, all the story. You don't surprise them.
The kind of things we do is we offer one-to-one support, so they can have somebody to talk to, chat things through, signpost them to services that might be able to support them further, put them in touch with other young carers and young adult carers. It's just one of the really key things that we do. Knowing that there's somebody else out there going through similar things, even if they don't want to talk about what's going on at home, just knowing they're in a group of people who kind of get what's going on at home can make a real huge impact for them.
By speaking to them, like I said, you get things off your chest, things that you might be bottling up. And I know from experience, bottling up is not a good thing.
Working specifically with the 16 to 25 age group, I come across young people every day within my job who have that responsibility of caring for somebody else, which can be enough to tip them over the edge into poor mental health themselves. And I see quite serious mental health problems: stress, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. I see lots of quite severe mental health problems out there. We all know that there's a mental health crisis for young people in this country. If you're a young carer on top of that, that can just be too much pressure to deal with.
Like, I have a very strong bond with my mum, but that's purely because I spent a lot of time with her and I've seen her struggles.
This has helped me definitely be a little bit happier, and it has helped me release some of that emotion I have felt.
Just remember, you're only human, and that you need to give yourself a break.